hello, Divas. It is Coach Twy here with Fit, Fun, and Fabulous, and this is day 2 of our 10-day meal prep and sugar detox challenge. I am super duper excited that you are here alongside me. Once you join, go ahead and say hi and hello in the chat. Make sure that you also inform your partner that we are live and we are ready to get started with day 2. Let your partner know. And once you are here and you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure that you are also saying hi and hello in the chat. Let me know that you are there. So if you are, even if you're not, I'm going to go ahead and get started because it's Friday night and I do not want to hold you long. Tonight, we're going to be talking about all the things, as Shantae likes to say. We're going to be talking about all the things we need to talk as it relates to how we're going to move forward with our sugar detox. It is day 2. Boom. Okay. And since you showed up again, you just showed up again. That means something to me. It means something, right? Because most ladies stop at day 1. You will see as we go from day to day, the number of ladies who are participating live and direct will dwindle, but not you, right? Most ladies stop at day 1 or don't ever show up, but not you, sis. The fact that you showed up again, the fact that you showed up again tonight on a Friday, oh, that's powerful. I feel like you've already separated yourself from the old you. I feel like you've already separated yourself from everybody else who talked about change but did nothing. But that old you who talked about you were going to get started but never did. Do you believe it? Do you feel like you separated yourself? Go ahead and say yes in the chat if that is you, because I feel like that's what you are doing by showing up 2 days in a row. We are not just talking about it, we are being about it. So I'm super duper proud of you tonight. So I need you to pause, my good sis. Take a pause and receive that, because showing up is the first victory to this thing. Do you see that? Go ahead and take that pause. Go ahead and receive the fact that you just showed up again, that you are different from the old you, that this is a new thing that we are doing. This is a new thing that we are doing with Sisters of Fit, Fun, and Fabulous, and we're going to start a thing and we're going to finish a thing. Do you see it? If you see it, type yes in the chat. And I promise you, if you start and finish with us, you're going to see a transformation. If you start and finish with us, you're going to reach your goal. If you start, if you finish. So that's all you got to do is show up, because showing up is the first victory. And you showed up today. Congratulations to you, my good sis. Let's talk a little bit about last night. We set a powerful, smart framework for SMART goals. We set that up last night. Yes, we did. If you posted your SMART goals, go ahead and type SMART in the chat. If you were smart enough to write your goals out, post your goals, tag your partner in the group, go ahead and type SMART in the chat. Because we declared our intentions on yesterday. We started breaking out with sugar already on yesterday. Bottom line, that's the first step towards the woman you're becoming. Now we keep that same energy and turn it up tonight, right? We're going to turn it up tonight. We're going to keep the same energy every day so that we can keep moving, keep making progress. And I see that Miss Glenda posted her SMART goals. Miss Regina posted her SMART goals. Miss Janice posted hers. Miss Jennifer did hers. Hey, Shanta did hers. And so did Candy. Who else posted their SMART goals? And we're smart to do it, okay? Ladies, type SMART in the chat if you got it done, because that's what we were all about last night. So who submitted their question of the night, though? Last night, we had an important question of the night. I will not repeat last night's question here. It was repeated at the end of last class. Who submitted theirs last night? As of this morning, I saw Miss Gina Tay, and we know that is Regina. I now know that's Regina. For a long time, I did not know that was you, Regina, but now I know it's my girl, Regina. It was Candy, Janice, Christina, Jennifer, Glenda. These are the ladies who are battling for free prizes. Because they entered the drawing, they posted their SMART goals, and when they entered the drawing by answering the question of the night, they answered the question correctly. So congratulations to you. This was updated this morning. So if you answered the question after this morning, you will be added on tomorrow, right? So who submitted their question? This is where consistency is built. For those ladies that we see on this page, They're building consistency. I need for you to also build consistency, sis. This is how prizes are won. This is how habits actually stick. So I have a question for you. Who's ready to stay consistent and keep the momentum going? If that's you, type me in the chat. Type me in the chat. If that is you, if you are ready to keep your momentum going, type me in the chat, because I'm certainly ready to have it going, sis. I am certainly ready to have it going and get it going. That is certainly what I am here to do. Okay? Right? So again, I want to reiterate that if your name is not here, that means you did not submit it this morning. I checked this morning. If you submitted after this morning, I don't have it here on this list. I did not update this list because we are planned and prepared with our presentations, honey. So we updated this morning. If you did it after this morning, it will be updated once we see that you've actually entered it. So please note that. And also, if your name is not here, it may mean that you didn't answer it right. So yeah, there's that. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the verse of the day. It is 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether you eat, whether you drink, do it all for the glory of God. Are we here for this tonight? If you are here for this tonight, go ahead and type 1031 in the chat. If you are here to declare that what we're going to eat next week, what we're going to drink next week, we're doing it for the glory of God. We are not doing it for the glory of our bellies. Come on. If you're with me, type 1031 in the chat. We are not doing it for the glory of our tongues. Type 1031 in the chat. We are not doing this for the glory of habits. We just used to doing it. We are doing it for the glory of God. That's why we are here. It is his temple, not yours, Miss Janice. It is his temple, not yours, Petra. It is his temple, not yours, Miss Annie. So we need to be able to press forward with whatever we're eating, whatever we're drinking. Our focus should be, is this glorifying my temple right now? Is this glorifying God right now? If the answer is no, put it down. If the answer is no, put it away. We're not doing that next week. Next week, everything we're eating, to the best of our abilities, to the best of the God and you ability, whether we're eating or drinking, we're doing it all for the glory of God. Now, if you don't mind, I am going to share a prayer with you. If you are okay with that, go ahead and put the prayer hands in the chat. We're going to start tonight off with a prayer. If you're okay with that, put the prayer hands in the chat for me. Let me know. Let a good sister know that you are good with the prayer on today. If I see one prayer hand, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, Miss Janice, for releasing me to pray for the group. All right, let's get into it. Dear Heavenly Father, as we begin day 2 of this journey, we just thank you for the wisdom and the knowledge that guides us towards better health. We thank you for it, Lord. Today, as we learn about intermittent fasting, help us to see it's helped us to see it as not just a tool for physical transformation, but as a way to build discipline, a way to build patience, a way to trust in your perfect design of our bodies, because you made us perfectly, oh God. Lord, remind us that our strength does not come from food alone, but it comes from you. When we feel weak or uncertain, renew our energy and our focus, oh God. Help us to listen to our bodies. Help us to honor the process and be patient with our results. Let this journey be one of self-control. Let this journey be one of healing and deepened faith in your provision. We trust that by caring for our bodies, we are glorifying you, oh God. May this challenge strengthen not only our health, but also our relationship with you and with the sisters on this journey together with us. In Jesus' name, all of us listening to the sound of my voice will type in the comments, amen, amen, amen. God, we are just leaning in on you for your strength. We are just can't wait to show you how we glorify you through food, how we are going to glorify you through our habits, how we are going to glorify you through our actions and not just words, but what we do. We're going to use our meal prep as a testament. of who we are in Christ. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing next week. So we're going to shift the motives that, oh, I'm going to try to eat healthy. Oh, I'm going to try to do something new. No, we're not trying nothing. We are doing this to edify God. We are doing this in his name, not just ours. We are doing this by his might, definitely not by our own. That is the goal. And so when we shift away from me, when we shift away from when we shift away from your own might and put it on where it belongs, we can do this. We can do this. I pray that you feel the same. So let's get started in our discussion. And tonight, we're going to talk about intermittent fasting. I just feel like it's a game changer. Intermittent fasting, right? It's a word in my mind. Like it's a whole healthy word. When people are like, you need to be intermittent fasting, I agree. That's a word. Fasting is not about restriction, y'all. It's about being free. It absolutely is. It gives your body time to rest. Come on, y'all. Every time you eat, you putting your body to work. So when you are doing intermittent fasting, you give your body some time to rest, some time to heal, some time to burn fat, not constantly filling it up with process of food and all of that. It's one of the simplest tools that we can use to break the sugar cycle. So I'm going to ask on the chat, have you done intermittent fasting before? Go ahead and type IF in the comments if you have. If you have not, type no IF in the comments. If you've done it, type IF. If you have not done it, type no IF in the comments. I'm curious to know if you've done it before, because the bottom line, this one habit can completely shift your health. I promise you, because I'm a witness to it myself. It can shift your health. It can shift your energy. It could shift your confidence. So, sis, have you done it? Have you done it? All right. Most of you are saying you have. Some of you are saying you haven't. Right. And it's interesting. We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight and how important it could be for women over 40. But guess what? I need to say this loud for the ladies in the back. I want to be crystal clear. You do not have to do intermittent fasting to see results. You heard me? If you heard me, say I heard in the chat. If you heard me, say I heard. Because you do not have to do intermittent fasting to see results. You do not have to. But what you do need to do is find a rhythm that works for you. What you do need to do is find one that fits your lifestyle and supports your own healing. You do not need to do intermittent fasting. It is just one of the tools in your toolbox. And tonight I'm going to break down this important tool if you choose to use it. Okay? You heard? If you heard, say I heard. I hope you heard. Hope you heard what I'm saying. You don't got to do it. Because honestly, here's what regular eating looks like. You eat your first meal when you wake up, or maybe after you work out, right? If you enjoy fasted cardio, which some of us do fasted weightlifting in the morning, but you eat when you wake up. You eat maybe at 10 a.m. again. You eat at lunchtime again. You eat around 2 o'clock, and then you eat again at dinner time. And we want to finish our last meal 2 hours before we go to bed. That is regular eating. It does not include intermittent fasting, right? It does not include intermittent fasting. But if we're doing it, it's a good thing. It could be a good thing, right? And if we are not, don't sweat it. You can still see results. Right? But let's get into intermittent fasting, because I saw a shift in my body when I started doing it. And I have been helping women for over 14 years. And for the last, I want to say 6 to 8 of them, we've been practicing, some of us, a lot of us, intermittent fasting. And it works. It works for people with diabetes. It works for people with high blood pressure. It works for people with high inflammation. It works for people who have issues with digestion. It works. IF is really just the eating style where you eat within a specific period and then you fast the rest of the time. That's it, right? It can be an effective way to manage your weight. And research really does show it has tons of other benefits. Like, girl, you get more energy. I'm a witness. This is true. right? You get more brain power, meaning you can focus more, and you have more cellular protection. And tonight we're going to walk through 5 ways to do intermittent fasting, right? There's not just one way to fast. There are many ways to do it. Tonight we're going to talk about the 5 ways. It's just like our bodies, our journeys are unique. So you kind of have to flow with your own body. So I'm encouraging you to find the method that works for you and not the other way around. Find the method that works for you. Let me ask up front though, does anybody already know up front if they're going to be doing IF? If you're going to do it, go ahead and type I am in the chat. If you already know you're going to do it, type I am. If you're like, I'm not sure, type I don't know. And then if you know you're not, say I am not. I am not. Let me know in the chat. So Janice is, yes, Miss Janice is an active participant in intermittent fasting. Miss Janice is 75 years old. A lot of us met Miss Janice in Dubai in person, so we know Miss Janice. And baby, but did y'all know Miss Janice then lost over 50 pounds with Fit Fine and Fabulous, 50 pounds? Did you know? Did you know? Yes, Miss Janice has. Okay, so listen, if Miss Janice uses IF, I use IF. I believe Glenda uses IF. Miss Glenda done lost over 100 pounds, Miss Ma'am. Miss Ma'am, right? So, oh my God, a lot of us do intermittent fasting. I personally have lost 35 pounds this year doing intermittent fasting. I am going to talk to my own story if that's okay with you, but I'm also going to be sharing with you the details. The details. But baby, Miss Janice is on fire. All right. So the most common method is called 16-8, right? And it more focuses, you have more focus during the day, right? You don't have any more energy crashes by 3 o'clock, right? There are no energy crashes. You sleep better at night. You have less bloating. The confidence in knowing you're in control of your body comes with this particular method. This particular method, right? It involves fasting every day for 14 to 16 hours. 14 to 16 hours. And you are restricting your window, the day's time that you eat, between 8 to 10 hours. Again, it's flexible. We're not exact. If you're like, oh, I went over by 30 minutes, girl, it's fine. Oh, I went over by an hour. Friend, it is fine, right? As long as overall we're doing this. Your body's not like looking at one thing you did and be like, oh, I can't help her, right? It's the aggregate. It's what you do most of the time. Now, 16-8 is the most popular one, right? Within the eating window, right? You can fit in 2 meals if you want, 2 bigger meals. You can do 3 meals. You can even do 4 or 5 meals, right? Doing this method of fasting can be as simple as not eating dinner and skipping breakfast. Did you hear me? That's how simple this is. That's how simple this actually is, right? It is generally recommended that women really fast use this one, right? Like, especially women over 40, they recommend us to use this one, right? People who get hungry in the morning and like to eat breakfast, this method might be a little hard for you. It might be a little hard at first. However, many breakfast skippers, I was one of them, right? We instinctively do this. We already eat this way. So during the time that you're not eating, what are we doing? We are drinking water. We could have our coffee. We are drinking 0-calorie beverages during that fast. So we're talking green tea, any kind of herbal tea. Stevia is okay to also add. Monk fruits is okay to also add, right? Because it helps, all of that helps to reduce your feeling of hunger. So it is very important, I need to underscore this, to be eating healthy during the window. I'm not saying during this eating window that we're going to eat burgers and fries. It's not going to work if you eat a lot of junk or you're eating over calories. It's just not going to work. How many of you do 16-8? Type 16.8 in the chat if that is what you currently do. But let me walk through what is 16.8. Like, what do you mean when you're saying that? Type 16.8 in the chat if this is what you do. So basically, you go to bed at night and we're not eating. That a part of the sleep time is included in the 16-hour fast. So if you're sleeping for 8 hours, 8 of the 16, half of the 16 already accounted for right there. So from the time you're asleep all the way up to when you wake up and you have your first meal. Sometimes ladies who do this method, they have their first meal at 12 o'clock and their last meal is by 8. It's by 8. So their window of eating is 8 hours. So we're not eating for 16 hours, including the time we're sleeping, but we are eating for 8 hours. And we're eating our healthy meals during those 8 hours. Some of us do 12-8. Now look at the ladies who are posting in the chat. Janice does 16-8. Jennifer Calicut does 16-8. Annie Gordon does it. Glenda does it. Regina does it. Petra does it. Archer. Listen, 16-8, right? So let me tell you about the variations of 16-8 that you can do. So again, you can do 16-8 and have it to be 12-8. In fact, let me do this. For those of you who do 16-8, can you tell me what are your times? What are your, let the other ladies know who are curious about this. What are your windows? Because for me, my window is not 12-8. My window is more like 10:30, 6:30, 10:30 in the morning. I eat my first meal at 10:30. And then my last one, I try not to eat later than 7. I try not to eat later than 7. Right? Janice says hers is actually 12-8. Andy says hers is 1-9. Jennifer says hers is 10-6. Archer says hers is 11-7:30. So see, we all have our own windows, and those windows are determined by our lifestyles. Those windows are determined by what works best for us, right? So that is what we're doing. So then let me tell you this also, ladies, when we are doing the fasting, when we are not eating, like I mentioned earlier, we are drinking water, we are drinking tea, and we are drinking coffee, but the coffee has no sugar. It could have stevia. The coffee has no creamer. We could have stevia if you want. And this style of eating helps your digestive tract. So we're going to break some things down a bit. Let's talk a little bit about how the body works. If that's okay with you, I'm gonna interrupt this conversation for the how the body works conversation. If that's okay with you, type okay in the chat. Because what we're gonna talk about is why this works. Because you're like, why would not eating? I mean, I guess because you're not eating as much, but you can eat between 12 and 8. You can't eat as much, just anything you want. We talked about that. But if it's okay with you, and Regina says it's okay. Thank you. Jennifer says it's okay. Okay. Tammy says it's okay. Okay. So let me tell you, this is why this works. Every time you choose something, you're putting your body to work to burn it. Your body is focusing on taking that food, because look how good God is. The God has designed a machine that's going to take the food you eat, it's going to digest that food, it's going to take that food and move it from your belly to your bloodstream, and then also it's going to decide, yes, it's deciding which part of your body needs it the most at that time. So because every time you eat, your body is redirecting to digestion. Somebody in the chat type digestion. Every time you eat, your body is disrupted with whatever it's doing to say, hey, she needs to go digest that. So I need you to think about that. Every time you grab a chip, your body's like, oh, I need to go digest that. Every time you grab a piece of pizza, or anytime you grab a Snickers, like anything. Thank you, Regina. Thank you for type of digesting. Because anytime you are eating or consuming something, your body is disrupted and it has to go and focus on digestion. It has to do it because otherwise it's just going to sit there in your chest. It's going to sit there in your stomach. So it needs to go to work. Now, if it's nighttime, so let's talk about how this goes. So if it's like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and it's time for you to go to bed at 11, let's say you go to bed at 11, but you're like, oh, I'm hungry. And then so you go to eat something at 10:30. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get some chips. I'm gonna just get something small. I'm not gonna eat a lot. So then you go to eat something when your body is trying to prepare for sleep because it has hormone, it has to shut down, it has to pull in the melatonin, it has to do all the things to get you to sleep. Now you're over here eating some chips. Now your body working on digesting the chips you just ate, while it's also trying to get you to sleep. So if you are having a distracted body where your body's like, oh, I got to digest this and I also got to put her to sleep. And so you can see now how some people can't fall asleep. Not because there's something wrong with them. It's because you done redirected your body's energy to eat. Does that make sense? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat. So you're like, well, how does not eating help me to sleep? I sleep better because I get the itis when I am eating a lot, when I've eaten a lot of food. Well, you know what the itis is? The itis is your body shutting all the way down to go focus on digesting all that food you ate. It's so tired. It takes a lot of resources. So you have to go to sleep. You have to go to sleep, but that's not real sleep. That's not restorative sleep. That's not the deep sleep you need to burn fat. That's the coma. Your eyes closed, but your body not really doing digestive work. Yeah, I'm sorry, sleep restoring work. It's sitting there doing digestion work. So if you are sending your body to do two different things, it's not focused, and you can't lose the amount of weight you would normally lose if you would just alleviate that system. The digestive system, it does not need to work past a certain time, because then it could just focus on what? Good sleep. If that makes sense to you, type yes in the chat. So if you're constantly putting something in your mouth and your body has no break, your body has no pause, and you're not really thinking about how your snacking is really disrupting your bodily systems, but it is. It 100% is. So sis, especially as we get older, our bodies don't function like we used to. It's kind of like your eyes. You know how, woke up and your eyes, they don't see the same like they used to see. So your body's not able to multitask and do all these other things like it used to do. Because when I was younger, I could eat whatever I want, go to sleep, whatever. It don't work like that. No. We are older. We are absolutely older. So we have to respect our bodily systems. Somebody in the chat typed respect. Bodily systems, we're talking about the digestion, we're talking about the sleep, we're talking about the all the different cardiac system. We have all the nervous system. Y'all learn all that in school. We got the systems. Y'all know about the body systems, right? If you know about the systems in the body, go ahead and type respect in the chat, because we're going to respect our bodies. So that means you need to combine, or you need to correlate the fact that we have all these systems happening and you are constantly eating, and they're competing with one another. They're at war. You are jacking up your system rhythm. So when we say we need to build a rhythm, you need to work with your body. So that means you have to respect the fact that in order for you to get the sleep, that your body needs to not be focused on digestion. In order for you to get the sleep, that your body cannot have blue light in its eyes because it thinks it's the sun. And so you're not getting as much melatonin. Melatonin is naturally made by our bodies. And so we are able to go to sleep because we have extra melatonin. But because you have the screen in your face, your body doesn't produce as much melatonin, so you can't fall asleep as much. Let me ask this. How many of you have sleep issues? Type sleep in the chat. Type sleep in the chat, because I have a funky feeling that a lot of us need to restore our sleep habits. When you restore your sleep habits, you are able to lose more weight. And you're just like, how, Sway? How does that work? You're able to lose more weight when you get more sleep, because you lose weight when you sleep. Did you know that? If you knew that, type yes. If you didn't know that, type no. You lose weight when you sleep. So if you ain't getting your proper sleep, you ain't getting your proper weight loss. Did you know that? Type yes if you knew it. Type no in the chat if you didn't. So I'm expecting all the members of Fit, Fine, and Fabulous to say yes. Because at night when we sleep, that is when our body is releasing fat from fat cells. That is when our bodies is releasing toxins. We're talking the digestive or the deep digestion is happening when you are truly asleep, when you are asleep. So if you're not getting all your good sleep, then you are not getting all your good weight loss. You're not. You're not. And get this. You can't get all your good sleep if you are so focused on food. So if we are doing intermittent fasting and we say, I'm not eating after 8, girl, that, and you don't go to bed till like 11, so you haven't eaten for 3 hours. That's great. So your body ain't focused on nothing but what? Sleep. Fasting helps you to get better sleep. And because you are getting better sleep, you are able to release a maximum amount of toxins, the maximum amount of fat from your body. You are able to do and respect your body's natural systems, your body's natural rhythms that are supposed to be happening without you. But a lot of times it's happening in spite of you. In spite of you eating the burger at night, in spite of you having a cake, your body's still trying to make it do what it do. A lot of times we go to sleep and we wake up and we still tired. Does that happen to you? Go ahead and type yes in the chat if that happens to you. Does it happen to you? It's like, Dad, I went to sleep. I done woke up. I'm still tired. Golly, I slept 7 hours. I slept 6 hours. How am I still tired? Has that happened to you? Be honest. Like Eleonora is being honest. Eleonora's like, yes, that's happened to me. Eleonora, it's happened to me too, friend. I have gone to bed, friend, and then I done woke up still tired, looking like I ain't even went to sleep. How, Sway? Is because you are not getting into deep REM sleep. That's the restorative sleep. That's the sleep where the body is actually doing all that it needs to do. And if you are monitoring your sleep, and you can see that you're getting surface level sleep, that you're getting REM sleep, that you're getting all these different levels of sleep, because you wear your Apple Watch, or you're wearing your Aura ring. It'll tell you the level of sleep that how many hours you're in these different levels, and then knowing what these different levels mean. I'm not going to get into all of that, but what I am going to say, friend, the fact that, let's say you stop eating at 8 and you went to bed at 11. Hallelujah. We got 3 hours of time without you eating nothing. And so we went to bed. All right, sister that went to bed. Let's pick on Regina. Okay, me and Regina done went to bed. Come on, good night, Regina. Regina done gone to bed, got her little satin cap on. I can see Regina too. She got her satin cap on. She ready. She done went to bed, right, Regina? All right. So then now she on intermittent fasting. Regina wakes up. Guess what? What do you have to do? The first thing you do when you wake up? Tell me in the chat. Somebody tell me in the chat. What is the first thing you have to do when you wake up? One of the first things, like not because you want to. What do you have to do when you wake up? Somebody in the chat say it. What you got to do? You got to go to the party. Why do you think that is? Why you got to go to the party? You got to go to the party because your body is doing what it's supposed to do at night. Your body is releasing toxins. It got to come out through your pee. Your body is releasing poop. You're supposed to poop right when you wake up. If you're doing this right when you wake up, that's how because your body is doing what it's supposed to do. So if right when you wake up, you have got to go to the bathroom, you know that your body is properly cleansing. You know that your body is doing what it should be doing. Now, how much pee, what color is the pee, how much poop, how strong is the poop, how solid is the poop, that is determined by how deep of a sleep you got. Now, we can talk about that another time, but it's going to happen with or without you. Your body's going to work like that because God designed us that way. Do you agree? I'm just speaking facts from what I've studied and what I've read and what I've seen and how we know the body works. Do you agree? Type I agree if you agree. So far, do you agree? I'm just trying to see who with me. Y'all with me? You agree with what I'm saying? Sounds true, sounds factual, sounds right to you? Don't got no questions? Okay, so Regina is up. Regina that went to use the bathroom. Tammy said she agreed with me. Thank you, Tammy. So Regina that went to use the bathroom. But Regina, let's say she's doing intermittent fasting. And Regina is not going to eat her first meal until 12 o'clock. She's going to fast until 12 o'clock. Somebody in the chat, tell me, what do you think that means for the processes of her body? What do you think happens when she doesn't eat at the top of the day? When she doesn't break the fast, what will her body continue to do? Now, we already know at night our body is what? It is cleansing. Y'all already agree with me. Glenda agreed, Peacher agreed, Jennifer agreed, Carmen agreed, Janice agreed, everybody agreed. Y'all say y'all agree that at night we are cleansing. At night we are releasing toxins. At night our bodies are releasing fat, releasing fat, releasing fat. It's burning fat. Our body's doing that at night. So it only stops when we eat because it's like, oh, now I got to go do digestion. Now I got to go digest some food. But if we don't eat, Regina says she's not going to eat. She's not going to eat till 12 o'clock. What do you think your body's going to continue to do? Somebody tell me, what is your body going to continue to do if you don't eat in the morning? What is it going to do? Archer says your body is going to release the fat. Jennifer says her body's going to burn the fat. Glenda says her body will continue the process, and that is the most accurate way to say it. Whatever your body was doing last night, it's not going to stop because you woke up. It's going to keep going. And so as long as we can extend the cleansing, if we can extend the burn, if we can extend the toxin, because how about this? And it's going to be gross, but I'm going to just tell you, with my own body, I have to wake up, and when I'm fasting, I'm eating right and I'm doing the right things. I go to the bathroom, I have to poop, and I say, thank you, Lord. And then I have to pee. I'm like, yes, it's working. That's how we know it's working, right? It's working like it should. And then if I eat within an hour or two of me waking, I'm not going to poop again because that's just how my body works, slow digestion. But look at God, because when I fast, even with my horribly slow digestive tract, I will poop twice. And that's gross, I know, but I'm just telling you, why am I pooping twice? Because I am not interrupting what my body's already doing with food. I love how Glenda said that. Your body's going to continue the process. So when we are intermittent fasting, that's why people are like, girl, you should fast, because girl, it really is helping me. Why is it? Now do you understand why it's helping you? Yes or no in the chat. If you had an aha moment just now in this conversation, type aha. Oh, that's why that worked. Yes. It's not because you're eating less. We're going to eat the same amount of food. We're just going to extend the detox window. We're going to extend the burn window. We're going to extend the window for where our bodies is doing its best work. Do you understand? If you had an aha Just because, I get it now. Like Jennifer was like, girl, I get it now. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what is happening. And that is why 16-8 or any of these fasting methods are so powerful. But the thing I need to say to you, those of you who are considering this, I need you to go talk to your doctor because I am not a doctor. And I want for you to be doing the right thing based on your medication, based on your specific circumstance, based on all of those things. So don't go out here doing 16-8 or any other fasting method without consulting with your doctor. Without consulting with your doctor, because I am not a medical professional. But what I do know is from the thousands of women I've helped. They try all the things, like my good friend likes to say, we try all the things. And nothing really worked until they did intermittent fasting because it extended that window for them. Aha, said Glenda. Aha, said Petra. Right? It's just the truth. So that is why it works. So sometimes, okay, before I get into my sometimes, let me go to the next slide because now I'm doing too much. There is another fasting type. It's called 5-2. Now, I've been teaching this for years. And this is the first year. Yeah, Shanta. All the things. This is my good friend. I'll put you on the screen. All the things. That's right, friend. All the things. So 5-2. Now I'm just gonna say before this year. Now I've been teaching fasting for years and years. Like I said, it's been 6-8 for however long I've been teaching it. I have a book that's 8 years old, so probably longer than that. I've been teaching fasting for a long time. And when I would teach about the other methods other than 16-8, I will always say, but girl, I would never do those other ones. I said that for years. So what, 8 years, 7 years. I said that until this year. Now, I'm not saying that because I think that you should go ahead and try a new fasting method. I'm just telling you that these other methods are awesome too. And let me tell you what they are. 5-2, it involves eating normally. We're going to eat normally for 5 days out the week. But then on these other days, we're going to restrict calories. For 2 days out the week, I'm just not going to eat that much. Right? Again, on those days you're not eating that much, you are really helping your body by not using one of its systems. You're reducing the use of a main system that causes a lot of confusion for a lot of our bodies. It's digestion. It's like, oh, I have poor digestion. My body has to work hard at it. I'm going to give it a break. So 2 days out the week, you don't eat normally. Right? Sometimes they call it the fast diet, and it was actually made popular in Britain. I'm not going to go into big detail about that. But then there's another one that's called Eat Stop Eat, where one day you're eating and then you go on a 24-hour fast. Then you eat and you go on a 20. And you might be like me. Like before this year, I really explored fasting, you guys. Before this year, I'd be like, girl, I ain't never going 24 hours without eating. These people crazy. But I was in a space where I don't know. I was like, doing all the things and it was just coming off super slow. And I was just kind of too focused on it. And I was like, I'm just going to try a day where I'm just going to release thinking about this. I'm just going to drink my waters and my teas and I'm going to just try it. And I tried it on a Sunday. And what I did, this is how I did 24 hours. I'm about to tell you how I did it. At 6:00 on Saturday, I said, I am done eating. I'm done eating, not just for the night. I am done eating all the way until 6:00 the next day. So it's really not that hard, right? Because if you are used to eating intermittent fasting and you're like, oh, I start eating at 12, instead of eating at 12, you just eat at 6. And that's 24-hour fasting. I'm curious to know if anybody else on the chat has tried 24-hour fasting. And what happened to me during those 24 hours was really powerful because because I normally eat at 10:30 and around 2 o'clock consistently because I did it 3 weekends this year. I did it 3 weekends. Well, Saturday to Sunday, I did eat. One time it was Sunday to Monday. I didn't eat. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is like at around 2 o'clock. I'm just like starving. I'm like, oh, I have to eat. I have to eat. I'm overweight. So I know I don't have to eat because there's a lot of fat stores there that my body could use. I know I didn't have to, but that's how it felt. I felt desperate that I had to eat. But I was so proud of how I was able to control my own hunger and talk myself down. I was able to say, no, Sway, you can go ahead and pray. You go ahead and do that. You go ahead and sit in that chair and journal. You go ahead and read the because it's almost like food had become so powerful in my life that I felt like it was time to shut it down. Now, I promise you, I just did this year. It's something you grow into. It's not anything I'm encouraging for this challenge. I just wanted to be transparent about this is my first time sharing this because I've never done it before. And all the years I've ever taught this, I showed about the other ways, but I would always say, girl, but don't do these. Don't do these. Don't do it, sis, because these are what the other people do. But guess who has become the other people? Me. And now I enjoy adding a 24-hour fast on a weekend as a part of a habit. Now, I don't do it every weekend. I don't do it every month. But when I know that that connection is too strong or too whatever, and like what is Glenda saying that she fasted with her church, yeah, I could see that. I can see, and oh, and then look, Candy did too. I could see how pastors would encourage this because you are denying your flesh. And I felt it. I felt in control. I felt powerful for being able to say no to something that usually drives me to eat. So I'm not encouraging that for this challenge. I am not. I'm just sharing what happened to me at that time. And I'm not even going to get into big details about how to do the other fasting methods. But if you have the book, it is on chapter 2. All of this is in chapter 2, and you can, or day 2, and you can look through those at your leisure. Now, if you are going to do fasting, I encourage the 16-8 of you because it definitely helps, especially women over 40. It helps with hormone balancing, girl, all that. A little bit of fasting, a little bit. So meaning we're going to wake up and we're not going to eat till 10. We're going to wake up and we're not going to eat till 11. We're not going to eat till 12. So I'm going to ask on a call now that we've gone through and we talked a little bit about fasting. I've kind of brushed over the other options, but we talked about it, right? If you're gonna try intermittent fasting and you know for sure right now, go ahead and type I am in the chat. I am. And if you know for sure that you are going to go ahead and just eat regular, type REG in the chat. So it's either I am or it's REG. Which one are you going to do? So if you're a person who is prone to binging, I don't want you to do this, right? If you're a person who has like an eating disorder, I don't want you to do this. I don't think this is for you. If you're a person who is diabetic and you're like, ooh, when I go too long without eating, my sugar drops and I feel woozy, I need you to talk to your doctor. I need you to talk to your doctor. But what I am telling you, if you're physically able to, fasting will extend your detoxing period. Fasting, which happens at night. Fasting will extend what your body naturally does at night. It won't disrupt it. It won't disrupt it. So that's why I encourage it, and I've been encouraging it for a very long time. So now, again, for those of you who know you're doing fasting, that's great. I need you to tell me which method you're going to be doing. Here is what I want you to do now. We always got a little assignment, right? And Autria, I am not encouraging 24 hours to eat. I am not encouraging that. I was simply sharing a testimony. I am not encouraging that. Right? All right. So I do encourage intermittent fasting, which is a delayed breakfast, basically. Right? So here's what I want you guys to do. Based on what you want to do with your eating next week. So remember, we're starting on Monday. I need you to tell me what time you're going to eat your first meal. Tell me in the chat on Monday, because listen, we plan this up here. We are not going to leave anything. We're not leaving anything up for debate. Tell me in the chat, what time are you planning on eating your first meal? Janice is at 12 noon. Okay, we got some numbers coming through. Janice is at 12. Jen is at 10. Okay, what else we got? Sure that okay, all right. We see some ladies are coming through. Now, here is the exercise for us today before we get off the call. Now, I know I sent the meal plan, and you don't have to know exactly which meals. You don't have to know exactly which meals you're going with, but I want for you to assume that you're going to eat at least 4 meals. Now, those of you who know, you mean, hey, I know I'm going to eat 5 meals, or I know I'm going to eat 3, right? Whatever it might be. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about an ideal day. And in my regular in my the career that I was educated in is project management, right? IT project management. I used to still do implement enterprise-wide systems for large organizations, right? And so we're using a lot of what I know to be successful for IT project management in what I'm calling here self-management, right? Because that's what this is. We're managing ourselves. We're our best projects. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to assume that we're going to eat 4 meals. And I want you to, like we do in project management, we think about what we call the happy path. What is your happy path? What would your best day look like? Let's think about that. So let's choose Miss Janice. Miss Janice, you've been doing this a while. Miss Janice, you lost 50 pounds on your best day. Tell us, and anybody can answer, but specifically Miss Janice, I want to hear from you. On your best day, tell us what your schedule looks like. So you eat meal 1 at noon. When is meal 2? When is meal 3? Tell us the flow of your timeline. And I want for all of us to communicate that. Please, in the chat. Don't just tell me when your first meal is. Tell me when all 4 to 5 of your meals will be. Some of you might only want 3 meals. Some of you may want 4 meals. Some of you may want 5. Right? And all of those will work. All of those will work based on our meal plan, believe it or not. And what I want you to do is when you take a look at that meal plan, you're going to be choosing the meals that you prefer out of the meals that I've provided to you. And you're going to make an actual plan with those meals using the template that I've given you. But on this call, all I want to know are your times. So share with me in the chat the times that you plan to eat. And Miss Janice was quick to let me know, friend. She said, I am at 60 pounds now. Y'all better congratulate my friend in the chat for losing. She is 75, or she's 76 now. At the time when she rejoined. Miss Janice has been with me for a very, very long time. She left and I didn't see her for a long time. Miss Janice came back, a year ago, Miss Janice? Is it a year ago now? In this past year, Miss Janice, can you correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it's this past year you've lost 60 pounds. Is that correct? Is that correct? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So what I am looking for are the times. Now, Miss Janice, who's lost 60 pounds in a year with us. That's a lot. Good job. 2 years. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, was that a year ago? I couldn't remember. Miss Janice eats at noon. Then she eats again in 2 to 2.5 hours. Then she eats again from 3 to 5. Then she eats again from no, I'm not. That don't sound right. She eats at noon, and then she eats again at 2:30. Then she eats again at 5 o'clock. Then she eats again at 8. And this is great because you should have seen in your email that the eating plan suggests that you eat every 2 to 3 hours. You should not go longer. After you start eating, don't go longer than 3 hours without eating unless you're done eating for the day or you haven't started eating, right? So let's check out Miss Regina. Regina's going to start at 11, right? So she's not eating till 11. Then she's eating again at 1. Then she's eating again at 3. Then she's eating again at 5. Now, here's what I want to caution you, Regina. I love 11-1-3-5. I had moved, honestly, myself to 10:30, 2, and then I was doing 10:30, then 2, and then my last, because I was doing 3 meals, then my last meal was at 5 or 5:30. So I know about the 5 o'clock end times. Let me tell you guys about the 5 o'clock end time. It's a lot of time before you go to sleep. So that means you have a lot more temptation time. So just be careful about having the earlier cutoff times because you need to be confident in your cutoff plan. What am I doing when my body's like trying to make me eat something? You have to be sure that you have a plan in place for that cutoff time. When I see 5 o'clock, that's what that makes me think of. Okay. And we have Miss Christina Pender here. She's doing 12, she's doing 3, she's doing 5, she's doing 7, and that's perfect. I love that. But you don't start till 12. So you need to think about what am I going to be doing until 12 o'clock so that I am not focused on food. Because 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock candy, long time. Long time. All right. Peacher's doing 11. She's doing 2. She's doing 5. And she's doing 8. So a lot of us are doing 4 meals. Some of us are doing 3 meals. Why are some of us doing 3 meals like Miss Candy? Because Candy's been doing this enough to know. And by the way, Candy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Candy's lost 25 pounds. 25. Come on, y'all. Give Candy some love. She's lost 25 pounds. And why does Candy know 1, 3, and 7 work for her? Even though I don't 100% agree with 4 hours between 3 and 7, but I know why, because that's her work time. And then she gets off, she needs to have time to, get herself together so she can have something at 7. And the reason I'm okay with Candy doing this is because Candy has trial and errored herself to death. Candy knows that this works best for her. And so that's what this week is going to be about. Next week is going to be about you finding out if, like Regina said, 11-1-3-5 works for you. So if you find out that your numbers don't work for you, please don't get mad at yourself. Please don't get upset with yourself. Give yourself grace. And then, because what you're really doing is learning. You're learning what works. You're learning what works. Please give yourself grace. And let me tell you something about Monday. Monday gonna come and Candy, you're gonna follow your 1-3-7. And when you do your 1-3-7, you might find, you know what? This don't work for me no more. Guess what? Change it the next day. Change it. It's not all written in stone. This is flexible. This is tailored to you, Altria. This is tailored to you, Shanta. And that is how Janice has reached 60 pounds. Because in the beginning, Janice will sit here and tell you, baby, she complained. It's coming off too slow. Ain't happening. I don't like this. Ask her. Miss Janice will tell you that's what she was over here doing. And I had to say, well, Janice, guess what? It didn't, she used to be like, it didn't take this long before. Well, guess what? It's taking this long now. And that's okay. Because now we have to relearn our bodies where it is today. Correct, Miss Janice? Let the people know now. Jennifer Calicut says she's doing 10, she's doing 12:30, she's doing 2:30, she's doing 4:30, she's doing 6, and she's killing it. Now, Jennifer Calicut, I highly recommend you follow the meal plan in the book. That's for Jennifer. That's for Regina. That's for Shanta. That's for Rowena. That's for all the ladies who are doing this for the first time in a long time. That's for you, Christina Pender. That's for all the ladies who are doing this for the first time in a long time. Follow the meal plan in the book, the basic meal plan. Do the 5 meals. Do it and make sure you measure. Make sure we're going to talk about this on future days, but today was about intermittent fasting. I don't want to go too far deep into things. If you didn't get your meal plan, go ahead and post in the app. Say, hey, coach, didn't see the meal plan. Help me out. If you need a meal plan template, meaning a blank template for you to fill out, you can use the one in the back of your book. You can use the one in the back of your book. You will find it on day 3. It'll tell you the page in the back of the book. And actually, day 3 probably even have the meal plan right there in it. So you will definitely see it. Yes, it's on page 32. The blank meal plan template is on page 32. The blank grocery list is on page 33. Now, if you are a free customer and you're like, I don't have a book, you could definitely get the book, definitely get the recipes as long as you upgrade, right? Janice, 2 years is not a long time. It's not a long time, ma'am. She said I had to wait 2 long years. Girl, 60 pounds in 2 years is phenomenal at 76. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Right? Miss Janice is always like very like, oh, this is tasteful. I had to put our pictures side by side, and I was so happy when she finally unlocked her weight loss. And what I love about Miss Janice is she never quit. Now, she complained, but she never quit. I'm going to ask that of you. And Glenda could probably share the same, that if you want to see results, you have to treat this as your trial and error. You have to treat this as a trial. See what works. See what tastes good. See what times work. Now, all these years you've been sitting here eating all this junk food and not questioning that. You know junk food. You know junk food. We know the food we don't need to be eating. We know we like the number 4 with extra barbecue sauce with the French fries and some ketchup. And could you please give me also a side of nuggets? And then could you add 2 pumps of this and that and a swirl of this and all around? But what we don't know is how to eat healthy. We need to master that. We've had 40, 50, 60, 70 years perfecting how to eat bad, perfecting how to inflame our bodies, perfecting how to raise our A1Cs, perfecting how to raise our pressure, perfecting how to get diabetes. We perfected that. It's time for us to perfect how to get our health right. Amen. If you believe that, type amen in the chat. It's time for us to perfect, well, what healthy meals do I love? What healthy seasonings work for me? And they are out there, but you have to invest the time to find them. That's what you have to do. So, there is also a daily timeline that you can use, which I love. Y'all, look, I'm all about templates and timelines and stuff. It helps us to get organized. It helps us to do all the right things. It's on page 112 in your book. And it helps me to put my mind around, all right, what am I doing? What's my morning routine? When am I eating my first food? When am I eating my second food? And you guys just did that today in this chat. You can use this form on page 112 to fill it out. Now, there are things that I also consume in the morning right when I wake up. There are things that I eat throughout the day, your enzymes and liver cleanses and things that I eat at night, like Mango 7. I shared some of those things in the Get Ready with Me Sugar Detox page. I encourage you to use them. But right now, that's not our focus. My focus is not to train you on sleep. My focus is not to train you on how to get big muscles. My focus is to train you on how to eat healthy meals. Are you with me? Type I am in the chat are you if you are. The goal for this week is not to do all the things, Shanta. We are not going to do all the things in this challenge. Do you hear me? We are not. And if you're with me, type I am. We are not doing all the things. We are focused on nutrition because where your focus goes, the man follows. And so if you are fractured focused, you're going to be all over the place. Ooh, girl, I got to go work out. I got to go walk. Ooh, I got to get 100 gallons in. Ooh, girl, I got to go cook my food. Ooh, girl, I got to go. Friend, don't be her. Don't be fractured in your attempt to lose weight. Weight loss is different. And Black women, we love to do all the things. That makes us happy. It makes us happy. It makes me happy too. But with weight loss, with getting your health back right, we're going to focus on one habit at a time. Somebody in the chat type that for me. One habit at a time. And that habit is mastering food. It's the hardest one because anybody could go out there and take a walk, get 10,000 steps today. Anybody can go out there and drink that water. Anybody can go there and figure out how to get their sleep right. But not everybody or anything or anybody can perfect getting that food right. It's hard. But we are going one habit at a time. Do not be out here. And listen, if you catch Regina, if you catch your partner Glenda trying to do all the things, you back her up. Say, Glenda, we're not doing all the things. Glenda, if you catch Jennifer trying to do all the things, and she like, girl, I can't connect to my Apple Watch because we're not focused on that. How about you go out here and meal prep your food? Oh, but I can't get my skip. Friend, where your food at? Right? It'd be like, where your food at? That's all I want to know. So we like to go and steer ourselves towards things that are easier for us when we try to get healthy. We got these things in our head like, oh, I know I'm gonna do my little salad. I'm gonna do my little this. Oh, yeah, and I'm gonna set up my little MyFitnessPal, and I'm gonna set up, girl, all them things. If you don't go meal prep, stop doing all them things. Focus on one habit at a time. And for us, that is eating healthy and getting the right nutrition. Now, I want you to, if you haven't already, I want you to go on ahead, get your meal plans together. We should be focused on that. Today's question of the day, when that email comes, you should have already received it. The question is, which of the fasting techniques that we discussed tonight is the most commonly used? Don't answer it here. Make sure you answer it in the form that is sent to you. This is a really easy one. I also want to share with you, tomorrow we will not be live. Tomorrow you will be on your own accord. Tomorrow's topic is going to be sent to you via email. And what you will need to be doing are your stats. Now, maybe you didn't have stats scheduled for tomorrow, and that's fine, but you still need to watch the video so you know how to do it. Because we're taking pictures, we're taking measurements, and we're also doing our weight. But one very important thing to do when you're taking your weight is to also jot down your percentage of body fat. And most people say, well, how do I calculate that? You have to have the right scale to tell you how to do it. And I sent some recommendations for scales in the Get Ready With Me link before the challenge started. And when tomorrow comes, I'll send you more recommendations. Okay, so we're focused on one habit at a time. We are also focused on answering our questions tonight. And so the last thing I'm going to leave you with, if you're looking to win a prize, what I'm looking for you to post in our Fit, Fine, and Fabulous group is not your meal plan, right? Those ladies don't need to see the meals. They're supposed to pay to get the meals. Don't post that in there. But what you could post in our Fit, Fine, and Fabulous group is letting me know if you're fasting. So I am fasting, and these are my times. Meal 1, meal 2, and give the times. So for those of you who are looking to qualify for free prizes, I am looking for your fasting time. The same thing we shared here in the chat. Just let me know, hey, I'm fasting. I'm doing 16:8, and these are my times. You got it? If you got it, say I got it in the chat. If you got it, say I got it in the chat. Come on. So we are not meeting live tomorrow. We are not meeting live on Sunday, right? Saturday is stats. Sunday is meal prep. I don't want you focused on meeting me when you should be cooking. I don't want you focused on me when you should be at the grocery store shopping. I want us to come back together again on Monday. If you got it, say you got it. Say, are you going to see me on Monday? Or am I going to see you? That's the question. Am I going to see you on Monday? So if your plan is to show up Monday's call so it's going to be at the same time, 5 o'clock. By 5 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock yours. By then, most of you will have eaten all of your meals. Some of you may be on the call eating your meals. But if you plan on showing up on Monday with your food fully prepped, your week ready to go, type I'm ready in the chat. Or you could type I'm getting ready or getting ready in the chat. Getting ready, getting ready. So Monday, again, when you come on the call on Monday, you need to have already prepped your food. Now, if you haven't prepped your food, I don't want you to be embarrassed and don't show up. Still show up, even if you haven't. But the goal is for you to have already prepped your food, right? And we're going to connect about how you felt about prep. We're going to connect about some things we're going to be doing next week. But today and yesterday, we laid the foundation. We set our plan. We decided how we're going to eat. And now today you should know what you're going to eat because your meal plan's percent. Tomorrow you're going to do your before stats. Sunday you're going to be grocery shopping. Now you have your own specific times and days that you're doing things, but all of those things should be done before our call on Monday. If you're doing it, say, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm ready for this. I hope and pray, right, that you are not going to be leaning on your own self during this weekend, that you're going to lean on your partner. Is your partner here, by the way? Is your partner here? Yes or no in the chat. Do you know, is your partner on this chat? I want for you to connect with her. I also want you to remind yourself of whose you are. You are a child of the Most High. That is who has your back in this thing. If you are feeling overwhelmed, say so. Right? If you are feeling confused, say so. You are not alone. Stop trying to do things alone. We have the app. You have all of us. You have your partner. You have all the things. You have all the things, but we're not going to be doing all the things. We have them, but we're not doing them all right now. We are focused on food. Okay. How y'all feeling? Before we end tonight's call, I need to feel your feelings. Let me know how you feeling before you pop off tonight. Leave a couple of words. Are you feeling motivated? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling confused? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling encouraged? What you feeling? I love to see Glenda tagging Gina because that's our partner. Don't forget, Gina, Glenda, y'all supposed to be coming up with a team name. Don't share it yet. I love to see Shanta tagging Rowena because that's our partner. Y'all get together. Shanta, Rowena, come up with a team name. Don't share it yet. Right? I love to see Candy says that I haven't received my book and I'm not able to access the Google Docs. So when we have issues like that, Candy, we should email VIP Diva Support at fitfinefabulous.com so that you can get the help that you need. Annie says she feels encouraged. Janice says she feels motivated. Come on now. Christina Pender says she feels encouraged and motivated. Okay, combination. Candy says the same. Oh, Regina let me know they already got a team name now. Okay, well, if you got your team name, let's take it up to the next level. I'm going to ask that Glenda and Regina, who already have their team name, I want y'all to get together and create a collage. Take your picture, take Glenda's picture, whatever picture you want. Make sure it has Glenda's name, make sure it has Gina's name, make sure it has your name on it. Let's get into this. Let's go ahead and create us a collage with our team name. Archer says she feels encouraged. Jennifer says, I'm feeling motivated. You better. Come on, Miss Gordon, Miss Annie Gordon. I love to see Jennifer tagging Annie because that's her partner. Y'all come up with a team name. Rowena says she feels equipped. All right, Shanta, feeling encouraged. Equipped and encouraged. Y'all remember to connect to your partner. Make sure you come up with the team name. And now you should also come up with a little collage that represents your team name. Has your picture on it and your name and your team name. All right. I'm glad you feel supported. Thank you guys for hopping in on a Friday night to talk this through. Please take a look at your emails. Open up your meal plans. Don't wait to the last minute. Don't be the girl who rushing around, feeling rushed and behind. And no, we have time because we're taking this one habit at a time, one small task at a time. We're eating the elephant one bite at a time. All right. Y'all have a good night. I'll talk to you again on a live on Monday, but I will see you in the app tonight, tomorrow, and every day. So if you have questions, ask them in the app. For those of you who are participating in the free prizes, I'll be looking for your posts about if you're fasting or not and the times that you're fasting in the Facebook group. I'll also be looking for your answers to my question tonight in the Google form. Have a good night, everybody.